Robert and Holly's happy ending on General Hospital came at Sasha and Cody's expense. Plus, let's talk about that fight. Holly and Robert flew off into the sunset this week on General Hospital, while the ish hit the fan regarding Drew and Willow's affair. Lucky continued to whine like a baby, and we still don't know what caused Sam's death. Happily ever after. Last week, I speculated that Holly and Robert might find their way back together and finally become a family with Sasha, or the Brit could take off to protect her true love and daughter from the danger she'd bring to them. It turns out both guesses were somewhat correct. Holly planned to leave to protect Robert and Sasha from the syndicate to which she owed money, but Robert decided to go with her. Many viewers loved their Casablanca ending, but Robert also said this would be a round-trip ticket, and they would return for Sasha's sake at some point. Well, I'm glad to see Robert and Holly get their happy ending. Sadly, it came at the expense of Cody and Sasha's love story, which many viewers were fans of. There must have been another way to give Robert and Holly their ending that didn't completely upend Sasha and Cody's romance. Plus, what was the point of revealing them as Sasha's parents, and then having them jet off and leave her behind? Also, if Anna's fears come true, and Robert returns home without Holly, because she ran off to run another con, then it's a double slap in the face to Sasha and Cody fans. One aspect of this storyline's ending that I felt was moving was Diane and Robert's final conversation about their relationship. She told him she deserved someone who looked at her like he looked at Holly, to go after Holly, and that love is never wrong. Spot on. I felt for Diane in that moment, as she knew she would always come in second with Robert. A brotherly beatdown. Michael should probably stay away from the Brown Dog Bar, because every time he's there, trouble follows. This week, he blabbed to Jason about Willow and Drew's affair. Coming home high from his big congressional win, Drew was beaten to a pulp by Jason, and he, Nana, and Willow were clueless as to why. Well, Drew later assumed Jason knew about the kiss, but Jason knows a heck of a lot more. It was an epic beatdown, but it was over before it started. Oh, and so much for all of Drew's Navy SEAL skills. You know what would have been more satisfying than that fight? For the truth about all the affairs to have come out. Carly ran between Jason and Drew to get an answer as to why they fought, with neither of them giving her any details. That must have irked Carly. She seems the type of person who gets migraines when they don't know absolutely everything that is going on. And while I would normally have enjoyed Drew raking her over the coals for defending Jason, no matter what he does, he's in no position to judge and preach. Frankly, when Carly finds out Drew slept with Michael's wife, she'll probably punch Drew. And I actually wouldn't mind if that happened. In the aftermath of surviving the warehouse explosion, Sasha got checked out at the hospital but refused x-rays when asked if there was a possibility she could be pregnant. Yeah, we knew this was coming. So why has there been no pregnancy test yet? And how long before Willow experiences morning sickness? One or both of these women are going to get pregnant, especially since nobody is admitting or exposing the affairs just yet. Of course, next week is Sam's funeral, and what's a soap funeral without something shocking being revealed? Other storyline ponderings. Thank you, Sonny, for telling that whiny crybaby Lucky to return to Africa if that's what he wants. Before Sonny spoke with him, Elizabeth was a total badass in reading him the riot act for taking the coward's way out and once again, running from his responsibilities to Aiden. Seriously, I can't listen to Lucky say, "What's there for me to do in Port Charles? One more frickin' time." I don't know, Lucky, maybe finally step up and be a father and get to know your son. Isaiah and Molly's moment came out of nowhere. They celebrated her birthday and discussed Little Women. Clearly, it was a chemistry test for these two, who were having a good time while TJ vented to Trina about Molly being more distant than ever. However, Molly needs to back off and work on her relationship, because Jordan deserves a good man like Isaiah. I'm already over Trina's new guy, Kai. It feels like they are just repeating her and Spencer's initial introduction, with them starting off on the wrong foot. Also, college athletes getting out of attending classes, or even doing the work, is such an outdated cliché. And don't get me started on Trina and her. My GPA is suffering because you aren't doing your part of the group project. They at least addressed that with her asking her professor for a new partner. The long-awaited reconciliation of Robert Scorpio and Holly Sutton was everything fans dreamed of: romantic, heartfelt, and triumphant. But as the dust settled on their blissful reunion, the fallout for Sasha Gilmore and Cody Bell painted a stark contrast, reminding viewers that happiness for some often comes at a steep cost for others. And let's not forget the explosive brawl that left the town of Port Charles buzzing for days. The road to Robert and Holly's happy ending. After months of uncertainty and near misses, Robert and Holly finally found themselves on the same page. The case that initially brought them back together, the hunt for the elusive Ice Princess diamond, culminated in a high-stakes showdown at Windermere. The treacherous mansion served as the perfect backdrop for their love story to reignite. Amid secret passages and shadowy figures, Holly confessed her lingering feelings for Robert, acknowledging the years they had lost, but also the spark that had never faded. "We've always been a team," she whispered, her eyes brimming with tears, "even when we were apart." Robert, ever the suave yet emotionally guarded WSB agent, finally let his walls down. "I wasted too much time, Holly," he admitted. "No more running, no more regrets. You and me, we're forever." Their embrace under the moonlight on the Windermere balcony was nothing short of magical. It was the culmination of decades of love, loss, and second chances. Fans rejoiced as the couple made their relationship official, vowing to rebuild their lives together in Port Charles. Sasha and Cody's sacrifice. While Robert and Holly basked in their newfound happiness, Sasha and Cody were dealing with the fallout of their involvement in the Ice Princess debacle. Cody, determined to prove his love for Sasha and protect her from the manipulations of Gladys Corbin, had infiltrated Victor Cassadine's old network to gather intel on the diamond's whereabouts. But his plan went south when he was captured and held hostage by Victor's remaining loyalists. Sasha, still recovering from her mental health struggles and recent legal battles, felt a pang of guilt. "I can't just sit here and do nothing," she told Sam McCall, her voice trembling. "Cody's in this mess because of me." Ignoring Sam's warnings, Sasha took matters into her own hands, confronting the dangerous syndicate to broker Cody's release. The price? Her shares in Deception and a significant chunk of her hard-earned savings. Though Cody was eventually freed, the ordeal left both him and Sasha emotionally and financially drained. Their relationship, already fragile, began to crumble under the weight of their sacrifices. Cody struggled with feelings of inadequacy, while Sasha grappled with the fear that she had dragged him into her endless cycle of turmoil. "I thought we were stronger than this," Cody said during a tense confrontation at Kelly's. "And I thought I could save you," Sasha replied, tears streaming down her face. Their heartbreak was palpable, a stark contrast to Robert and Holly's joy. The juxtaposition reminded viewers that while some love stories flourish, others falter under pressure. Amid the emotional highs and lows, General Hospital delivered an unexpected twist. A knockdown, drag-out fight that had fans glued to their screens. It all started at the Metro Court, where a celebratory dinner for Robert and Holly took a sharp turn when Sonny Corinthos arrived with Nina Reeves. Sonny, still reeling from his own drama with Carly and Drew, made an offhand comment about Robert's habit of getting distracted by old flames. Robert, never one to back down, shot back, "At least my flames don't burn everyone around them to the ground." The tension escalated when Cody, nursing his own frustrations, stepped in to defend Robert. "You've got no room to talk, Sonny," he growled. "How many people have you dragged into your mob mess?" Sonny, his temper flaring, warned Cody to back off. But when Cody refused, fists started flying. The chaos that ensued was nothing short of cinematic. Chairs were overturned, glasses shattered, and half the patrons at the Metro Court ducked for cover. Nina and Holly attempted to intervene, but it was Sasha who ultimately brought the fight to a halt by stepping between Sonny and Cody. "Enough," she screamed, her voice cutting through the commotion. "This isn't solving anything." The aftermath left everyone shaken. Sonny and Cody begrudgingly apologized, but the damage was done. The brawl highlighted the growing tensions between the different factions in Port Charles, setting the stage for future conflicts. As Robert and Holly settled into their rekindled romance, the ripple effects of their happy ending continued to spread. Sasha and Cody faced an uncertain future, their love story teetering on the brink of collapse. Meanwhile, the fallout from the Metro Court fight hinted at brewing rivalries that could shake the town to its core.